everybody, I'm Midge.
And I'm Madge.
And this is
Midge and Madge Mingle. Whoop whoop.
Yippee! Okay, first I have to say, I am stoked to be here today because we got to wear our new t-shirts.
Ta-da!
It's all good in the hood, folks.
Ta-da!
Whoever doesn't know, Madge moved to my neighborhood recently.
I did.
She did. I know, there goes the neighborhood, but we're stoked about it.
Not just the neighborhood, like across the street.
Right across the street.
Yep.
Now we're super tight.
And it's all good in the hood.
It is good in the hood. But I have to say, I was so sad and disappointed. Madge's sweet daughter did not know who was on our t-shirts. No, that is a travesty that a child does not know who Mr. Rogers is.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
I accept.
Okay.
We should move on.
We do. Okay, here we go. The fun has started. Let's do it.
Do it. Tell them what we're going to do.
We're doing some DIY dishcloths today, friends. Many of you, if you went to CHA, you might have already made one of these fun little dishcloths with us. But if not, now we're going to show you how to do this.
We are. Because we don't want to pay the department store for a decorated towel when we can make our own. And we can make one for every day if we want because they're cheap and easy.
They are.
And just as cute as if you bought them.
And it's a super fun craft night with your friends.
Yep.
Okay, super fun. So let's first, before we go over how to make one, let's kind of go over the different examples that we've made and just how fun they are.
And what we used.
And what we used, right? So I'll go first. It's all about me. Just kidding. This one is my very favorite because if you know me, I love mushrooms. I love pink, I love mushrooms, I love skulls and Diet Coke, but mushrooms. So this is my favorite and I really, really like it. And I have to say, I used, on some of these we use different things, but I used a die cutting machine on this one to cut my fabric shape, and it was very simple. And I added this cute little pom-pom here. So that's what I did with that mushroom and I loved it.
She loved it. She used her die cutting machine on those. You can also use like a cricket or a silhouette.
Right.
Which is what we did on a couple of the shapes also, like
right.
little acorns. Oopsie. Little acorns and the hearts. But also, not only do you cut out the material, but you can fancy cut. Like this fun skull. I love skulls. This was just printed material, so you just, we call it fancy cut, but just cut out the shapes that you want out of the material and you're done. So that was really fun and you don't need a machine to do that.
You don't, but key tip, make sure that your scissors are sharp.
Yeah, you should have like designated fabric scissors
right.
if at all possible.
Right.
Because yeah, it doesn't work otherwise.
And Midge and I are all about the no-sew factor.
Let's make that a little bit stronger. No sew. We don't want to sew.
No sew. I jam my machine and I don't even know how to thread it, so.
I'm going to learn one day. But
and then she'll teach me. Okay, that will be fun. Another show. So, okay, and then you were talking about a special occasion and different things like that. So we have, I know Teacher Appreciation is coming up, so you can make a fun little dish towel for the teacher, a fabulous teacher.
Holidays. So
holidays.
I mean, like Christmas, super cute, 4th of July.
4th of July, love that.
Yep. Like Valentine's, fall, I mean, you can do seasonal too.
Right.
So fall, you could do flowers or the mushrooms for spring.
Right.
Just really any occasion or just every day, have a towel.
And you guys, when we say like a die cutting machine with dies, we want to make sure that I want to make sure that I stress that the die works best if it's the bigger, thicker die, like the Sizzix Bigs. For instance, these ones are like the Laura Kelly dies, and I mean they're all over. You've got Tim Holtz and Eileen Hull, but it's the thick dies. Yeah, those work the best. You can use the thin dies because we have on the hearts and things like that. But for the intricate shapes and things, you either want to use a cutting machine or those big dies.
Right, and I want to throw out there too, these don't have to be just dish towels. I mean, I know that's what they are, but like this one right here, the boy towel, I call it the boy towel. That's the Guitar in the Stars. That looks just fine hanging on little hand towel rack in a bathroom also. So it doesn't have to be just for your kitchen. It can be everywhere.
Yeah, but let's do it.
And use your old sewing stuff, like get some old rickrack, some buttons. You can embellish with whatever you want.
Right,
Ribbon.
Who doesn't have buttons? Button. Who's got the button?
Yep. And I put my buttons on with the Eileen's
Fabric Fusion. And with this, does it dry pretty quick? What are your thoughts?
It does. You have to be careful. Make sure it's down, and if you need to, apply a little pressure for a while or sit something on top of it. But it works great, and you can wash it.
Oh,
Now, I'm not going to lie.
that's awesome.
I
Okay.
have done towels before where I hot glue them on
Okay,
because I'm like that.
let's face it, it's faster.
It is way faster. But they don't wash well. So
Okay.
if you're pretty sure you're going to wash it, go ahead and use some kind of fabric adhesive. They also have the strips, the sheets of adhesive.
And these work really awesome too because you can cut them apart, and they're a permanent fabric adhesive. So they are made for fabric, okay?
Yeah.
So that's a very good thing.
But for our towels, we used, for the main material portions, the heat and bond. And now Madge is going to demo a towel.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Now, I have to say for the heat and bond, I know that there's a couple different weights or holds out there.
That's a good point.
And I want to make sure you guys use the ultra hold because we have the lightweight hold, and that is, if it holds great, but you have to,
It's basically to hold
Sew
it down
over top.
while you sew it, which
Right.
I'm
Right.
glad we read the package.
Right.
Get the ultra
The
bond,
ultra.
ultra hold, and then you don't have to sew.
right, and it's washable and it works great. So you guys, it comes in a little package like this or on big rolls or big packages. But this one right here, what is it? It was a yard and it did almost all of these towels. So you really get a lot of bang for your buck.
Right.
And I'm just gonna show you real quick. We have our cute little dish towel.
So pick your shape, either use your die cutter, fancy cut it out of material, anything, just get
Anything
your
like
material
that.
shapes.
So you get your material shapes. But before that, before you do that, you wanna make sure that you take out your heat and bond. And I'm just gonna take it out. This is some that we've had left actually. And you're just gonna lay it down flat here. And you are going to take your fabric, all right? And you're gonna lay your fabric over top of the heat and bond. Sorry, I didn't plan, I should have made a little bit of a square here. But just like this, okay? And then you're gonna wanna iron it onto the fabric first before it goes through the die cutting machine, because if not, it's gonna be a bugger to line your lines back up.
Right.
So you've got that, and then you run it through your machine or cut your fancy, cut your shapes, and so then it ends up like this.
And the nice thing, I was just gonna say really quick, you can conserve this really easily, like just figuring, okay, this fabric, I want this shape. So just cut a little square and only
Yes.
put the heat and bond on that little square material, and
Right.
then you can save it.
And that's how we did all of these towels, is because we kind of measured how big we wanted things. And I'm just gonna set this just right here to the side. And then that's how we got all of these. But as you can see, there's a little clear paper on
So
the
you
back.
put your heat and bond on the material, you ironed it on,
I've ironed it
then
on,
you cut the shape out of the material.
correct. And now I'm just peeling this off.
Okay.
Easy, okay? And you wanna make sure you do that, or guess what? Your shapes won't stick, and then you'll be sad. And you'll be
did
like,
that.
what is happening? What is happening? So I'll just peel them all off. And in the meantime, while you're peeling all this off and doing that, you wanna make sure that you press your towel first, okay? Just because sometimes they have like the wrinkles, and we still have a little bit, but that's not where I'm actually going to be ironing, so that's okay. All right? And then I've got my shapes, and I'm just gonna figure out where I want them. And, you know, I kind of have a crooked eye, so I don't know exactly where I'm gonna go, but I'm super excited because this one actually is going to go in my guest bathroom, and I love these colors. And you can use any fabric, but what we suggest is, it's cotton, right? The cotton fabric.
Yeah.
That works well, and it washes well. Okay, so I'm just gonna set them down. What were you
Cotton
gonna
is
say?
really the best to iron.
It really is. That's true.
And these towels also, get them online, like in bundle packs, bigger packs, and they're super inexpensive.
I'm
And
actually
then you
gonna
have
go-
lots that you can make also.
I'm gonna go from there. I was trying to figure out how exactly I wanted it.
That's great.
That looks perfect. Fabulous. Now I'm just going to take my iron, and you guys, it just is on the cotton setting. It doesn't have to be way high or way low, but you just want to make sure that it's there, and then you just press it, and you just hold it, like elevator music.
You don't want to sing Mr. Rogers again? Or...
You know, I don't know, maybe. I mean, if I had a shoe, I'd throw it for you, but I don't have one with me, so.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Do you have a cardigan I could take off and put in my closet?
I didn't bring one. I wish I would have, because that would have been good.
It would have been awesome.
It would.
It would. So look, see how, I mean, it's just simple. And you guys, they're down. And you want to let it cool, because you have to remember the heat and bond, it's like a glue, and it's tacky, and you activated it, and so it's hot, okay? So you want to just let it cool down for just not very long, just a couple minutes, and then you have your dish towel. Really.
And then, like we said, you don't have to embellish. You can leave it just the material. But if you want to, as soon as that's cooled, just get some fabric glue, get a strip of ribbon or rickrack or the cute pom-pom fringe and buttons, or you could even probably put a little bling on there because the Aleen's will hold
We
it.
love bling. That's a good idea.
Yep. And then, bam, you have a towel. And you can make one for whatever day you want.
Bam.
I mean, I'm going to have like a Monday towel.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
What about a Saturday towel?
Sure.
You know-
7 towels.
7. Perfect. That's a
Okay.
magic number.
But for you today, we are going to what?
We're going to have a giveaway.
Yep.
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
Okay. We're going to send you a kit that will make 2 towels. And all you have to do is, Madge.
Well, winning is easy. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. We want you to go to our Facebook page, and we want you to
Midge and Madge.
like us. Oh yes, Midge and Madge Mingle. We want you to hit that like button, find the dish towel post where it says, it's a contest, enter here.
Yes.
We want you to like it and leave us a comment.
Right. That's all you have to do. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. Like the dish towel post.
Comment and bingo.
You could win kits to make
You
dish
can.
towels.
You can, and we would love to see it. If you've made dish towels, we would love to see them.
Yeah.
Hashtag Midge and Madge Adventures. Right? And that's where we'll see them.
Super.
Okay.
Okay, well, that was all for today. So, we hope that you'll join us back again next time on Midge and Madge Mingle.
Hot bananas. Hasta la vista. Bye.
Okay.